So today we're fortunate enough to have two speakers. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started with our first one. Our first speaker is our city manager, Mr. Henry Arredondo. Del Rio City Manager is Henry Arredondo. He was born and raised in Del Rio and is proud to say that his family has lived here for 5 generations. His parents are Jose and Cecilia Arredondo, who were small business owners most of their lives. He is a 1983 graduate of Del Rio High School and a proud former round football and baseball player. He is married to Kathy Cardenas Arredondo, and they have 4 children. Sarah is a sophomore attending Texas State University, Henry is a sophomore, and Carlos and Mia, who are twins, are in the 8th grade. Henry graduated from Texas State University in 1987 with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He quickly joined the workforce and gained experience in businesses that specialized in manufacturing, distribution, accounting operations, management, and financial investments. In 2001, he obtained his master's degree in business from Sul Ross State University. His work experiences have allowed him to travel and work in places such as Germany, China, Portugal, Canada, Japan, Slovakia, and Mexico. Henry has over 25 years of experience in management and loves working with people. He believes the key to any successful organization lies in its people. He believes that in order to motivate people must be treated fairly, honestly, and respectfully. So please help me welcome Mr. Henry Arredondo, our city manager.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for the invitation. This won't take that long. It's a quick presentation on the work that we've been doing with American Airlines. But before we start, we've been privileged, the people on the inside working with this, to be able to land an organization such as American Airlines to come in here. The market study indicates this region can provide air service for a $60 million market. Now, not everybody's going to come and fly from Del Rio. We realize that. American Airlines realizes that. So the plan that they're putting together is only to tackle 10% of that market. Okay, so that's a significant share, the first 2 years. But can you imagine if some of this market starts coming to your town, from out of town, from the counties outside of here? That means that somebody's going to come in here, maybe spend the night here, maybe fill up their tank with gas, maybe stop at the restaurant and eat something. So if you just average 400 visitors here on a daily basis, do the calculation. 1 tank of gas, how much sales tax comes back to your community? 1 night at the hotel, how much comes back to your community? 1, time eating at a restaurant here, what comes back to your community? So it's a lot bigger than just, sometimes you're going to get criticized about the minimum revenue requirement and stuff like that. Obviously, as an organization, we have to fund that. We have to be prepared in case it does happen like that. But what happens if the traffic is there and you don't have to pay that? So it's kind of like taking a calculated risk for the community, for the benefit of the community. Now, the other thing I'd like to mention to you as leaders here in the community, we have an international airport. Okay, so that's a privilege in itself. The airport is valued at about $21 million. Do you think that the community paid for that airport? And the answer is no. A lot of that came from federal subsidies. So the federal government subsidizes our airport. And one of the things that they have out there is if you're able to reach 10,000 enplanements on an annual basis, that means 10,000 passengers. The city, in specific the international airport, will qualify for $1 million. Okay? That goes a long way. That's how the city has been able to pay for the Border Patrol stations that are out there, the runways, the new building that you have out there. Right now, since we don't have that traffic, we qualify for $150,000. So there's not much that you can do at the airport with $150,000. You know, maybe you can do some striping, maybe you can do some small-scale maintenance. But it is the city's responsibility at the end to maintain that airport. So that's another benefit that, you know, taking on a risk like this can help the city and the airport. Now, I'd like to start with the presentation on American Airlines and review some of the other benefits and opportunities that the partnership will bring to the City of Del Rio. So American Airlines, the overview of the company is American Airlines Group is the largest airline by its fleet size, revenue, profit, passengers carried, and revenue per passenger mile. They offer over 6,700 flights per day to nearly 350 destinations in more than 50 countries. If you pause right there, one of the things that we've studied is, okay, which airport is the best location for us to attempt to fly out of? So we evaluated Houston, we evaluated DFW, Austin, San Antonio. So Dallas has the most international flights and the most domestic flights out of all the other ones. It is a Fortune 500 company. The flight information, what they have proposed, the proposed schedule is the plane leaves here at 6:30 in the morning and it arrives at DFW 7:49 a.m. There'll be a return flight at 2:35 p.m. and arrive here at 3:59 p.m. Then there'd be another departure at 4:25 p.m., arrive at DFW 5:44. And then there'd be the last flight at 10:15 p.m., arrive here at 11 p.m. They had asked for some particular, for us to conduct a survey in this market for particular questions that they asked us. And so we designed the Google survey in that fashion, and we put it out to the community. And so they accommodated the schedule based on the input from the community. They gave us some flexibility. The size of the plane would be a 44-seater, and also give them flexibility to, if they have to bring in another plane, to be a 50-seater. The new airline will indirectly lead to 9 new jobs within Del Rio here with TSA, American Airlines, and rental car company, and the City of Del Rio. So right now, those are 9 new jobs that we don't have here in Del Rio. And we've spoken to TSA. They've been on board ever since, because the first time it was a challenge to get TSA over here. We've been in communications all along, and the Government Affairs Office for American Airlines wrote them a letter. Hey, we're in serious negotiations with Del Rio, so we'll stay put. All the equipment is there, so they can start it at any time. So what are some of the other benefits for the City of Del Rio? So when you pay your ticket, $4.50, it's called the passenger facility charge. So that can stay here in the City of Del Rio, just like it does at any other airport. Okay. The gas fuel fee. The airport will get 10 cents off of every gallon that American Airlines purchases. And then the other is the potential for advertising revenue that other companies can advertise, and we can get a fixed rate out of that advertisement at our airport. And we did a quick cost analysis between flying from Del Rio, Texas, and San Antonio to DFW. So when we met with American Airlines, they said they would be competitive with their prices. They gave us, obviously, we cannot dictate what the price is. The market's going to be setting that price, and in their contract says that they have control of that. We don't. But they gave us a proposed fee, $180 one way. If you fly from San Antonio, the price is $197. Parking for 7 days would be $48. Gas over there would be $30. So that'd be a total of $275. So it's almost a good reason to fly out of here. It's a little savings in that. not to mention the time. So you spend less money and less time. Travel time from Del Rio, Texas to DFW will be approximately 1 hour compared to 3 hour drive to San Antonio plus a 1 hour air travel time. And then a 5 hour drive to Austin plus 1 hour air travel time, or 7 hour drive to Dallas. The economic growth, airports play a substantial role on the economic growth and development of cities and regions. The airport activity is significantly associated with regional wealth and productivity. So choose the Del Rio, Texas. Fly with confidence. This is on-time arrival performance for American Airlines Incorporated, December 2017 through February 2018. On time, 82% of the time. The air carrier delay, 5% of the time. Weather delay is under 1%. National Aviation System delay, 6%. Security delay, significant. Aircraft arriving late, 5% of the time. Cancellations, 1% of the time. Anything that has to be diverted, way less than 1% of the time. The Del Rio, Texas competitive advantage. The airport has a competitive advantage by being the only airport within a 50-mile radius offering commercial flights. The capturing a potential of 342 daily customers, and this is from a study on American passengers. We conducted, American Airlines had requested another study on the Mexican national customers. The closest competition is Piedras Negras Airport, and that offers flights to Mexico City at 280 one way. And one of the things that was reflected in the study, and the consultant and American Airlines noticed this, that the Piedras Negras passenger that's flying out of there is paying a big premium, so they could lure that passenger over here to the American Airlines flights. So I said the market potential, according to the study that we purchased, Del Rio, Texas has the ability to reach about 250,000 potential customers in the U.S. That's on an annual basis. And these are the destination map from American Airlines. That's the domestic. And then we have their international map. All right. Thank you for your attention.